Here with Concordia head volleyball coach Scott Mattera to kind of wrap up spring practice and how things have gone. Just tell me a little bit about what the schedule's been like. I know there's been a mix of practices and some scrimmages.
Yeah, we took some time off immediately following the season because we try to strike a life balance here, and that we don't want volleyball to completely dominate their lives. They need to have social, spiritual, academic life as well. So we started doing some light workouts, mainly maintenance type stuff, just before they went on Christmas and holiday break, and then when they came back, we started a conditioning cycle that was pretty intensive. A lot of weight work during the week, and then we also hit the track for some speed work. That was really interesting. Worked out really well. The girls, it hurt, but they liked it, so it was a really good mix there. And then about 6 weeks ago, we started up our actual on-court training. We're allowed a certain number of weeks during the season by the NAIA schedule, so we had to wait to start that up. So between that, we did a lot of individual lessons. We did a lot of group work where they would come in with individuals that played their position, and really got to give a lot more individual attention and attention to detail technique-wise. Then the last 2 weeks, we've played a few scrimmage dates that also went really well.
I know you've gotten a chance to play some local schools, some conference schools like Doane. You played York. Just give me kind of a summary of some of the good things you've seen.
Yeah. I mean, wins and losses in the spring are kind of a misnomer, and we did win most of the matches we played, but all coaches are trying out different things, and we're trying out different things too. So judging by scores isn't really the way you look at spring stuff. But overall, I'm normally a pretty optimistic guy, but even this spring impressed me more than I thought it would. The girls really stepped up. They understand what competition with themselves and against the standards that we want to have means. Everybody's competing for positions, and we're really turning the corner on the mindset that it takes to be a champion. The days that we played very, very well against Doane on that Saturday homestand there. Midland, we had some good things happen. We also saw some struggles there that we needed to take care of. We played another home match, like you mentioned, York, and we just did some really fast-paced wash drill type stuff there, but generally came out on top of those, and we got some really good work in against them. And then we went to Peru on Friday and ended our season out there and saw some great things there with a very mixed lineup of, we had some girls that were nursing some injuries, and we just didn't feel like pushing them, so we held some kids out and mixed some different people in, and it actually went really well.
You lose a couple senior leaders, in particular Amanda Kisker, who is a pretty good player for this program. What have you seen from some of the girls that are going to be upperclassmen? There's quite a few sophomores that played a lot this past fall.
Yeah, Jake, when I mentioned how optimistic I am and how impressed I was with the spring, it was probably as much emotional leadership, chemistry-wise, that I was impressed with as much as the on-the-court stuff. Some girls that really stepped up this spring. Mariah Shamp just had a monster spring. I mean, she's always been a phenomenal athlete and a really intense volleyball player. Now the technical and the strategic is starting to come along with it too, and she's just been absolutely fantastic. Carly Smith has really stepped up. I mean, obviously she was second team all-conference as a sophomore, but she's taken on more of a leadership role and really has become a rock in the back row for us, which is really important moving forward. And then obviously like Kayla and Jamie and Amanda that all played last year as well have really come along, and that core is really starting to come together, and some of the other players are kind of figuring out their legs and where they fit into that mix too. So it's been really, really cool to see.
And finally, I know you've got recruiting class mostly wrapped up that you're pretty excited about for the fall. Kind of in general, talk about what that's going to add to the team.
Well, first of all, size. But I shouldn't say first of all. Obviously, on the volleyball court, that's very, very important. But we have one of the stronger classes, comparatively to our competition and what we've had the last several years here, just in terms of the breadth of where these players are coming from and the diversity of position and things like that. So I'm extremely, extremely excited about this class, not only because they're great volleyball players, but they all come from phenomenal families. strong homes, strong academic backgrounds, and just really good fits of what we look for here at Concordia. And our current players are thrilled to have them on board, and they understand what great people they are and how much they're going to fit into the Bulldog family.